Hey everyone, this is Scott, and I thought I'd reach out to everyone with something I'd like to share. During this whole COVID crisis, I've been doing some things like organizing old family photos, photos and memorabilia from college and high school, junior high, and even earlier than that. So it's been interesting digging through some old Foot Lockers and photos and whatnot. 40 years ago yesterday, my father passed away, and it was a sad time. But a couple days after my father had passed, we were at my grandmother's house in Ellet. Welcoming family was coming in. They were bringing over hot plates and crock pots and casseroles. And I believe my father's funeral would have been the next day. And so it was a really sad time for me and my sisters and the rest of my family. But at the same time, it was comforting that everyone was together. So the phone was ringing off the hook, condolence calls from relatives around the country. And my grandmother takes a call, and she turns and she reaches the phone and she says, "Scott, Miss Poole wants to speak with you." And I totally freaked out. Miss Poole was my English teacher, 8th grade English teacher at Perkins, and it might have been called language arts or whatnot. But I was like, why is she calling me? Am I in trouble? Doesn't she know that I don't have to be in school? So I take the phone and said hello, and I could remember exactly where I was standing. And my grandmother had this like avocado green telephone, and that the cable was always twisted and hooked up. Well, I don't know why I remember that, but I do. And Miss Poole, I can't remember her giving her condolences, but I'm sure she gave her condolences. And but what I do remember is she said, "I have a surprise for you," and that I had come in second place at Perkins in the Lawsons essay contest. And she said that first, second, and third place from Perkins that following Saturday would go down to the Civic Theater downtown Akron and would be presented with all of the other place winners from all of the other junior highs in Akron. So I thought that was really cool. And I do recall it was the very first event my family went to after my father's funeral. And I do remember going to the Civic Theater. I remember how ornate it was and cavernous it was. And I remember walking across the stage and getting a certificate. But that was 40 years ago. So digging through all of this memorabilia, I not only found my certificate, second place Lawsons. It's still mint condition, crispy new. And right here it says May 22nd, 1980. Second place, Scott McLean, Perkins Junior High School. Conrad C. Ott, the superintendent. And Lawsons. But not only did I found that, I found the what do you want to call it? The program from the Civic Theater. But not only did I find that, I found the actual copy of the essay. And the theme of the essay was, "Who says Akron can't?" And if you can remember, or if you weren't around then, 1980 was a tough time for Akron. All the rubber companies were leaving. We were losing jobs. Unemployment was high. Inflation was high. And Akron, which was the fastest growing city in the country back in the 20s and 30s, was starting an industrial decline. And so the theme, "Who says Akron can't?" must have been a way of trying to boost community morale. And I gave it my best shot and came in second place at Perkins Junior High. And I would like to read it to you. "Who Says Akron Can't" by Scott McLean. Many people say, "I wish I could go to Florida," or "I wish I could go to Mexico for the summer." Everybody wants to go to California, Florida, and Hollywood, but they never say, I wish I could go to Akron. Well, here's what they're missing. Akron, Ohio is a very interesting place. It has many parks, which include Forest Lodge, Hardesty, Goodyear, and Sand Run, which covers many miles of acres. Akron has many historical sites, which include Stan Hewitt Hall, which was John Seiberling's home, John Brown's mansion that was used for an underground railroad station to help free the slaves, and the Ohio Erie Canal, which brought a lot of settlers to Akron. All of these take you back to Akron the way it was 100 years ago. Akron also has many lakes, including Portage Lakes, which consists of 8 to 10 lakes. They provide good fishing, adequate boating, reliable canoes, and on Rex Lake, an exciting campground, which the Masonic Boys Camp and OES Girls Camp are located, where teens can get away from it all. Akron has many fun and interesting hotels and motels, such as the affordable Holiday Inns and the luxurious Hilton Inn, including a new one being built in the old Quaker Oats silos. This city has many family restaurants. McDonald's and Burger King are just a few of the many fast food places. Also, there are many elegant places such as Tangier's and the Brown Derby. There are good Italian restaurants like San Gianitti's and Yacono's. We also have many events in Akron: the All-American Soapbox Derby, the Acme Zip Game, World Series of Golf, and the Firestone Tournament of Champions Bowling, just to name a few. We have many malls, including the West Side Summit Mall, the Southwest Side Rolling Acres, and the North Side Chapel Hill Mall. All have stores for all ages. They also hold shows and exhibitions which feature antiques, coins and stamps, and many forms of art. Some of the shows are sponsored by the school system. Akron, Ohio is also a sports town. In the summer and warmer months, you can watch Akron University play football and basketball. You can also watch the 10 area high schools battle for tops in these sports. You can also enjoy golf and bowling in Akron, home of the World Series of Golf and Tournament of Champions in bowling. Make winter fun by going to one of the many skating rinks, both indoor and outdoor. Take a drive to the nearby Boston Mills and Brandywine ski areas. And younger kids can enjoy sledding at public parks. I have just named a few of the features that this city has to offer. So the next time you see a USA map, just look in the Midwest for a state called Ohio. Then look in the northeast section of that state. See that little rectangle called Akron? Think of all of the fun that polygon has to offer.